We welcome you to our discussion, The Discourse. Did you know that discourse comes from the Latin word discoursus? It means conversation or running to. In simple terms, discourse means language use beyond the sentence, a word and sentences to make a real communication.
Zaligaris 1952 said, "Discourse shows how sentences work together." James G. 2011 added that their small d means discourse language above sentence level. And another big D for discourse means how ideas, identity, and culture are expressed through language.
So what's the difference between studying discourse and analyzing it? Let's find out.
Discourse studies is actually a very broad field that connects to linguistics, sociology, psychology, even media and politics. Basically, it studies how language works in society. But when we talk about discourse analysis, that's the practical side. Here, we analyze real texts, speeches, and conversations. We see how grammar, words, and expressions build meaning, identity, and power.
And there are two main ways to analyze discourse: structure or function. And now, here's Vanessa for the next discussion.
Thanks, Mira. And now, let's talk about the structural and functional approach. Discourse analysis can be done in two ways. First, the structural approach, breaking sentence like puzzle to study how language is organized. Second, the functional approach, focus on purpose of language. Why is someone speaking like this way? For example,
if I say, "It's hot in here," structurally it's just a statement, but functionally I might actually be asking you to turn on the fan.
that's the difference between structure and function. Now, let's see some key concepts that bring text to life. Ariane, it's your turn.
Discourse also study key feature like this. Register language changes in different settings. For example, a doctor says the patient has gastroenteritis. A mom says stomach ache. Cohesion and coherence. Cohesion connects sentences, while coherence makes the story logical. Example, my father bought a Lincoln. He saved money for it. He sold it for my education. That's cohesion and coherence. Thematic development. Keeping up the topic throughout a text, like always referring back to the cat on the mat. Pragmatics. How context changes meaning. Example, it's hot in here could actually mean please open the window. Of course, communication also depends on interaction. Let's look at that.
Discourse also looks at how people interact.
Conversation analysis studies turn taking, who speaks, who interrupts. Genre analysis. Every text type has its own rules. A research paper is very different from a Facebook post. Corpus-based analysis uses large collections of text called corpora to find patterns in a language. Critical discourse analysis examines how language reflects power and ideology, especially in politics or media.
But remember, all of this depends on one thing: context. And now, here's Marilu for the next discussion.
Context is very important in discourse. Bill Himes explained that communication depends on settings, participant, purpose, and channel.
For example, if a parent tells a child sit down, it's fine. But if you say it to your boss, that's rude. Dion Van Dyke 2008 also said context is not fixed. It's something people create. Everyone sees the situation differently. That means context is both social and mental.
And since text don't stand alone, let's talk about intertextuality.
Thank you, Marilu. For today, we'll talk about intertextuality and communication models. Text is always connected to other. That is called intertextuality. Explicit intertextuality, direct quotation like Jesus said, "I'm the light of the world." Implicit intertextuality, indirect reference like "ask now what you can do for your country, but what you can watch on the apps." Finally, communication is always literal. The code model says we take words directly, but the inferential model says we rely on the context and share knowledge. Example, if someone say, "I shot all the strikers," literal, it's scary, but in context we might realize it's sarcasm. That discourse language in context, shaping meaning, identity, power, and society.